Hi, and welcome to my channel. Today is an exciting day because I'm going to be doing a full face of e.l.f. products. All of their products are very affordable, and I've been wanting to try something like this for a long time. So if you'd like to see what my face looks like after a full face of e.l.f. cosmetics, then please keep watching. First, I'm going to be starting off with the Poreless Putty Primer. I'm not going to be applying too much to the face. I'm just going to press it in the areas where I have issues with pores. So that will be around my nose, a little bit on my cheeks, and also my forehead as well. I'm also going to be adding a little bit to my chin. I'm going to be using the Flawless Finish foundation, and I'm going to be applying about 2 pumps of foundation to my face. Going to take a sponge and press the foundation into my face. What I'm noticing right away is that this foundation has a pretty full coverage, which I am enjoying quite a bit. Next, I'm going to be applying concealer underneath my eyes. This shade seems a little bit dark, so I'm going to mix in a lighter concealer just to even it out. I also like to take the concealer over my eyelids as well to prime the eyes. Priming the eyes will give me a nice foundation for when I apply eyeshadow. What I'm also noticing about this concealer is that it dries down very quickly. So if you're going to apply this concealer around your face, just be aware that it's going to dry down very quickly. I'm going to take that lighter concealer and apply it to the areas of my face where I want a little bit more of a highlight. So on my chin, also a little bit on my forehead. Next, I'm going to be applying the HD powder. I like that there's a little compartment where you can, turn it and the powder will come out from there. I think that's really nice. And the powder seems it's very fine, which I think is a good thing. Before applying the powder, I'm going to smooth out any of the creasing that has happened underneath my eyes. My eyes tend to crease very easily, unfortunately. I'm also going to apply a light layer of powder around the rest of my face. This will help set the foundation so that it doesn't move throughout the day. Next, I'm going to bronze the perimeter of my face and apply blush. I found this bronzer and blush duo, which I thought was really pretty. Next, I'm gonna go into the eyeshadow palette. I thought this eyeshadow palette was really pretty. It's the Rose Gold Nude palette. To set the eyelid, first I'm gonna go in with the lightest shade. That's this one right over here. And I'm going to apply that shade all over my eyelid. Oops. Looks like there was some pigment on this brush. I should have cleaned the brushes. Now that I've set the eyelid with that light shade, I'm going to go in with a shade that's a little bit deeper. I'm going to use that shade in my crease just to add a little bit of definition back into my eyelids. I'm going to drag that shade, that transition shade, out a little bit. Really like this transition color. It has a little bit of a purplish hue, which I think is really beautiful. Next, I'm gonna go in with the brown shade that's a little bit darker. I'm going to use that shade on the same brush that I used the transition shade, and I'm just going to deepen up the colors a little bit more. I'm going to focus that darker shade on the outer portion of my eye just to give it a little bit more of a smoky effect. Once I've rubbed off all of the pigment on the brush, I like to just blend inward as well, just to make sure that everything is nice and even and blended. Next, I'm going to take this shade, which is a little bit darker, and it has a little bit of shimmer, but I'm going to add it to the outermost portion of my eye. This will help bring even more depth into my eyelid. Next, I'm going to use this rosy shade right over here, and I'm going to apply it with my finger. Apply it with my finger to my eyelid. That's a really pretty shade. Here's a swatch of the shadow, just so you can see it. It's really beautiful. Next, I'm going to apply this shimmer shade to the inner corner of my eye. I'm going to use a small brush like this. Just to help the shimmer shade adhere better, I'm going to spray my brush with a setting spray. Also, just wetting the brush with water helps too. Doesn't have to be a setting spray. Now I'm going to focus on my lower lash line. I'm going to take that lighter transition shade that we used in the crease and apply that underneath my eyelids. I'm going to take that color and blend it into the shadow that's already here. This will help give a little bit of depth to my look. To deepen up the lower lash line, I'm going to use that shade that we used on the crease, or on the eyelid as well. Just a little bit. Finally, I'm going to take that little brush that we used with the lightest shade, and I'm going to apply that shade to my lower lash line as well. I'm going to use this super deep shade in the outer portion of my eyelid, just to give it a little bit more depth. Use a tiny bit. I'm going to just fill in my brows. I'm not going to really spend too much time shaping them. I just going to fill in any sparse areas that I notice. Brow product that I was really excited about was this tinted brow gel. I've been using this over the last week and I've really been enjoying it. I like that it sets the brows and also adds a little bit of tint to them. This is what the mascara wand looks like. It's really tiny. I got the length and volume mascara, which is exactly what I was looking for. Next, I'm going to apply lipstick. They had these really cute lipstick duos. The way that they divided it was between day and night. The night one has the darker shade, and then the day one has the lighter shade. This lipstick duo is the nude duo, so I'm going to be applying the lighter shade to my lips. I'm going to add a little bit of that darker shade as well. That's really pretty. Finally, I'm going to apply some of the illuminating mist and set. I'm going to press the setting mist into my face with the sponge. Really think this helps the skin absorb the setting mist. And this is the final look using a full face of e.l.f. Cosmetics. Overall, I think it turned out really beautiful. I love the eyeshadow palette. I think the colors in there are really gorgeous. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please subscribe and let me know what you'd like to see in the next one.